Hello, family. God bless you all. Pray everyone is doing well. We last left off still in the book of Jubilees at chapter 49. So we'll pick up chapter 49 of Jubilees. Remember the commandment which the Lord commanded you concerning the Passover. You should celebrate it in its season on the 14th day of the first month. You should kill the sacrifice before evening. They should eat it by night on the evening of the 15th from the time of the setting of the sun. Because on this night, at the beginning of the festival and the beginning of the joy, you were eating the Passover in Egypt, when all the powers of Mastema had been let loose to kill the firstborn in the land of Egypt. From the firstborn of Pharaoh to the firstborn of the captive maidservant in the mill, and even the firstborn of the cattle. This is the sign that the Lord gave them. In every house on the doorpost on which they saw the blood of a lamb of the first year, they should not enter to kill, but should pass by it, that all those should be exempt that were in the house, because the sign of the blood was on its doorposts. And the powers of the Lord did everything as the Lord commanded them. And they passed by all the children of Israel, and the plague did not come on them to destroy them, cattle, man, or dog. The plague was oppressive in Egypt, and there was no house in Egypt where there was not one dead, and weeping and lamentation. All Israel was eating the flesh of the paschal lamb and drinking the wine, and was praising and blessing and giving thanks to the Lord God of their fathers. And they were ready to get out from under the yoke of Egypt and the evil bondage. Remember this day, all the days of your life. Observe it from year to year, all the days of your life. Once a year, on its day, according to the law of it. Do not forsake it from day to day, nor from month to month. It is an eternal law and engraved on the heavenly tablets regarding all the children of Israel, that they should observe it on its day once a year, every year, throughout all their generations. There is no limit of days, for this is a law forever. The man who is free from uncleanness and does not come to observe Passover on the occasion of its day, and does not bring an acceptable offering before the Lord to eat and to drink before the Lord on the day of its festival, will be guilty. If he is clean and close at hand and does not come, he shall be cut off, because he did not offer the offering of the Lord in its appointed season. He shall take the guilt on himself. Let the children of Israel come and observe the Passover on the day of its fixed time, on the 14th day of the first month, between the evenings, from the third part of the day to the third part of the night. For 2 portions of the day are given to the light, and a third part to the evening. The Lord commanded you to observe it between the evenings. And it is not permissible to kill the sacrifice during any period of light, but only during the period bordering on the evening. And let them eat it at the time of the evening until the third part of the night, Whatever is left over of all its flesh from the third part of the night and onwards is to be burned with fire. They shall not cook it with water, nor shall they eat it raw, but roast it on the fire. They shall eat it with care. Make sure its head with the inwards and its feet are roasted with fire, and they shall not break any bone of it. For of the children of Israel no bone shall be crushed. For this reason, the Lord commanded the children of Israel to observe the Passover on the day of its fixed time. And they shall not break a bone of it, because it is a festival day he commanded. There was no passing over from any other day or any other month, but on the exact day let the festival be observed. Command the children of Israel to observe the Passover throughout their days, every year, once a year, on the day of its fixed time. And it shall be a memorial well-pleasing in the presence of the Lord. And no plague shall come on them to kill or to strike in that year in which they celebrate the Passover in its season, in every respect according to his command. And they shall not eat it outside of the sanctuary of the Lord, but before the sanctuary of the Lord. And all the people of the congregation of Israel shall celebrate it in its appointed season. Every man 20 years of age and upward, who has come on the day of the Passover, shall eat in it the sanctuary of your God before the Lord. This is how it is written and ordained. They should eat it in the sanctuary of the Lord. When the children of Israel come into the land of Canaan that they are to possess, set up the tabernacle of the Lord within the land occupied by one of their tribes until the sanctuary of the Lord has been built in the land. There, let them come and celebrate the Passover at tabernacle of the Lord. And let them kill it before the Lord from year to year. When the house of the Lord has been built in the land of their inheritance, they shall go there and kill the Passover in the evening, at sunset, at the third part of the day. They shall offer its blood on the threshold of the altar, and shall place its fat on the fire, which is on the altar. And they shall eat its flesh roasted with fire in the yard of the house, which has been sanctified in the name of the Lord. They may not celebrate the Passover in their cities, nor in any place except at the tabernacle of the Lord, or before his house where his name has dwelt. They shall not stray from the Lord. Moses commanded the children of Israel to observe the ordinances of the Passover, as it was commanded to you. Declare to them every year the purpose and the time of the festival of unleavened bread. They should eat unleavened bread 7 days. They should observe its festival and bring an offering every day during those 7 days of joy before the Lord on the altar of your God. Celebrate this festival with haste, as when you went out of Egypt and you entered into the wilderness of Shur. Because of the shore of the sea, you completed it. Chapter 50. I made this law known to you the days of the Sabbaths in the desert of Sinai, between Elim and Sinai. I told you of the Sabbaths of the land on Mount Sinai, And I told you of the Jubilee years and the Sabbaths of years. But have I not told you the year of it until you enter the land which you are to possess? Keep the Sabbaths of the land while they live on it, and they shall know the Jubilee year. I have ordained for you the year of weeks, and the years and the Jubilees. There are 49 Jubilees from the days of Adam until this day, and 1 week and 2 years, and there are 40 years yet to come for learning the commandments of the Lord, until they pass over into the land of Canaan, crossing the Jordan to the west. The Jubilees shall pass by until Israel is cleansed from all guilt of fornication and uncleanness and pollution and sin and error. And it dwells with confidence in all the land. There shall be no more Satan or any evil one, and the land shall be clean from that time forever. I have written down the commandments for them regarding the Sabbaths and all the judgments of its laws for you. 6 days will you labor, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God. You shall do no manner of work in it, you and your sons, and your men servants, and your maid servants, and all your cattle and travelers also who lodge with you. The man that does any work on it shall die. Whoever desecrates that day, whoever has sex with his wife, whoever says he will do something on it, or he that will set out on a journey on it in regard to any buying and selling, or whoever draws water on it, which he had not prepared for himself on the 6th day. And whoever takes up any burden to carry it out of his tent or out of his house shall die. You shall do no work whatsoever on the Sabbath day except what you have prepared for yourselves on the 6th day, so as to eat and drink and rest. Keep Sabbath free from all work on that day. It is to bless the Lord your God, who has given you a day of festival and a holy day, and a day of the holy kingdom. This is a day for Israel among all their days forever. Great is the honor which the Lord has given to Israel, that they should eat, drink, and be satisfied on this festival day. Rest on it from all labor, which belongs to the labor of the children of men, except burning frankincense and bringing offerings and sacrifices before the Lord for days and for Sabbaths. Only this work shall be done on the Sabbath days in the sanctuary of the Lord your God, so that they may atone for Israel with sacrifice continually from day to day, for a memorial pleasing before the Lord, so that he may always receive them from day to day according to what you have been commanded. Every man who does any work on it, or takes a trip, or tills his farm, whether in his house or any other place, and whoever lights a fire, or rides a beast, or travels by ship on the sea, shall die. And whoever strikes or kills anything, or slaughters a beast or a bird, or whoever catches an animal, or a bird, or a fish, or whoever fasts, or makes war on the Sabbaths. The man who does any of these things on the Sabbath shall die. This is done so that the children of Israel will observe the Sabbaths according to the commandments regarding the Sabbaths of the land. It is written in the tablets, which he gave into my hands, that I should write out for you the laws of the seasons, and the seasons according to the division of their days. This completes the account of the division of the days. Thank you for listening, family.